Good morning, Dre Day. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Gubs girl. Good to see you. I hope everyone is doing well. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Well, you all, let me just start off by saying hello to everyone as you're coming here. I hope you are having a great day. Um, Thank you, Gubs girl. I appreciate it. I feel much better. Yes, man. I feel much better, but thank you. Appreciate it. So I am learning that they have struck Binary's page again. And it is frustrating Binary to the point where he's getting ready to leave and go somewhere else. Now, why do you think people are after Binary? To be honest, I don't think it's anyone in the beef sector. I think it's people in those other sectors. I don't know. But I think it's somebody in those other sectors. What's up, Miss Pizarro? I gotta go check you out. I haven't had a chance to look at you, but um, a lot of people are upset about that Uncle Claude thing. And even though um, I understand what he's saying, but in the beef sector, if you say something negative, somebody's gonna say negative back. So what you put out is what you get, and I don't. I wish he wouldn't have even started fighting. But let me say this while Pizarro is on here. Uncle Claude, look at the root of the issue. Sometimes we look at everything else except the root of the issue. Was there a misunderstanding? Was Catherine summoning you, or was she just saying, hey, Lemon would like to see you, or he's asking for you? But sometimes it's a misunderstanding, and we make a molehill into a major mountain. And then we say things that we regret later. Now, I like Uncle Claude, and I like Pizarro, and I like Catherine, and I don't have a problem. I met MU personally. And so all I'm saying is that this didn't even have to go as far as it went. So now, because of a misunderstanding, a loyal supporter is not supporting anymore. You're feeling some kind of way because somebody said that, what if she would have brought your wife into this? Which it could really cut. Especially, we know how Uncle Claude loved his wife, and I get that. But there's always a root to something. It just didn't start yesterday. And you've got to be honest with yourself when you look at the root of things. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, can I be messy? Hell yeah. But this is my show. And my messiness is quite obvious. It's very tongue-in-cheek, if you will. Very tongue-in-cheek. But other people's messy is real subtle. And again, you all, that's why I don't let anybody come on the platform and do crazy stuff. Because I know how to try to subtle shame. Some people I let on, but then they can't come up now. They're done. They're finished. So all I'm going to say is, Uncle Claude, look at the root and be honest. And that's all I'm gonna say. Uncle Claude is a moderator over here. And all I tell Uncle Claude is just be honest with yourself. That's all. And I'm done with that. But I don't think it's right because Pizarro said that. But baby, when you start calling people itches and stuff, it's on. So it's on. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But I was talking about Binarity's channel, and believe it or not, I don't have a problem with Binarity at all. I really don't. But it's really interesting that his channel is being taken. And I want to know who. I don't think it's anybody in the beef sector. So I'm gonna leave it at that. It could be. I could be wrong. But I think it's somebody in another sector who may not like him. But I think it's terribly wrong to strike people's channel at any point in time. That's my personal. If you don't like people, just don't listen to them. You know, but that's my opinion. So. Well, I've heard people talk about that. I've heard people. But let me say this, you all. There are no friends on YouTube. I wore the shirt last night. There are no friends on YouTube. And I think these people are very naive. They trust people. They think that they are the sharpest knife in the drawer. And then they get bamboozled and hoodwinked. I'm always up to give people a chance to see what they're really about. But when people show me who they are, I'm done. I knew I wasn't going to be cozying up to the black sector and the Mo3 sector and the Umar sector because of their views. And one day these people like you, the next day they flip because there's no friends on YouTube. And it's always, let's get the best storyline. And it's not always organic, it's planned. The best storylines happen organically. Miss Intel said they're special friends. Oh my. I've heard that too, but Pizarro, it has not been confirmed. So I don't want to say anything that's not been confirmed. So that's all I'm gonna say. I haven't heard anything. But what I don't want is a Mr. Carruthers and Natasha situation. Okay? I don't want people spending their social security check. Okay? Don't be like Mr. Carruthers. Baby, we have a lot of examples, if you will, of people who have been bamboozled out of their money. Now, as Candy Staples said, young hearts run free, never be caught up like my lover and me. I'm putting lover in there now. Young heart, to yourself be true. Don't be no fool when love really don't love you. Now that's what Candy said. Now I don't know the situation. Now y'all saying something different. I have not heard that from Uncle Claude myself. So I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna pray. Because Uncle Claude my age. My God, I didn't hear him say it, but yeah, I'm gonna pray though. But let me say this, and I'm gonna be real with it. And a lot of people don't like this. If it's meant to be, it will be. If it's not, it will not. And I'm real with that. It will reveal itself if it's not supposed to be. Something will happen that will trigger in his spirit or her spirit and say, nope, this is not the right thing to do. But it only takes time. And I'm going to say this, if that's your special friend, like I told Tommy and Castro, either your relationship is more important or YouTube is more important. And you got to figure out which one. And I'm going to leave it at that. Because let me tell you something, MU, if that's the case, I don't think Catherine is your worry. But honey, it's other women's who would love to challenge you. That's why you don't put your relationship on YouTube. And I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm just saying what I'm saying. Let me see what y'all saying. He said it. I'm surprised Bizarro allows EX to keep hitting his panel knowing that Smooth Carter. Well, I don't even know who Smooth Carter is. So, see, I just keep it moving. High Pastor, someone was reaching and saying that Uncle Claude is. That's not, but let me say this. It's not even based in the right premise. See what I'm saying? Because Catherine was never trying to get with Uncle Claude. So I reject that. I reject that. That's another add on to the layers. I reject that. I reject that. Next. What's up, Hypnotic Touch Touch? Somebody said, can well, baby, I don't know. I don't know what people looking for. Maybe she a prayer partner. She praying. She says she's a Christian. Maybe she's a prayer partner. You never know. Oh, good girl, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I know it was 2007, but you really got to be careful. Her ring was home. Oh, okay. Praise the Lord. You know, now, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he on a show like months ago saying how he and Catherine lives in the same city? And again, these people are, yeah, interested. As somebody said, she could be not sleeping well. I don't know. Maybe niece needs some Somanex. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe she a Republican and people harassing her. She can't sleep. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Benz, thank you. Oh, I'm looking good for a wrinkled up has been. You know, the girls say I'm wrinkled. So I'm glad you said what you said. Let me say this. I am 56 years old. I am 4 years from 60. And it seems like people have a problem with getting old. And I think when you start talking about ageism and all of this stuff, I think a lot of people are afraid of getting old. I think a lot of people are realizing that, okay, I'm in my mid 30s and 40s. What have I done? You can't make me feel bad for being older, but I'm going to say this. I embrace my age. It's called maintenance and taking care of yourself. That's it. I have all my teeth. I am in relatively good health. And I feel good about my age. Maybe I can go run. I play racquetball. I go to the gym. So I'm listening to people who are in their 20s and 30s, and they look awful. And I'm asking myself, what the hell are you doing? Did your mom or dad not take you to the dentist for hygiene? This, a lot of you all are alcoholics. You smoke a great deal, and that always reduces age. I mean, it takes off your age. But all I'm saying is, I'm happy with me. I'm telling you what, you can't ever call me ugly. You can call me a lot of things, but ugly is not one. And I don't give a damn what you say. I love some Jay Wilson because he was made in God's image. Everybody is, but it depends on what you do with it. And so I realized that. So for all of those people, you continue to do what you got to do, but you're going to get old. And I would love to see half of you all when you get 50. I ain't even giving you 56. I'm giving you 50 because a lot of you all are on the wrong trajectory right now. I'm Jay Burrell, can't you tell? And so that's it. And I'm going to tell you people, honey, you walk on. You don't give a crap what hoes you don't know say about you. And that's the problem on YouTube. You care so much about what other people who don't know you say about you. Who cares? I come on here, talk my mess, going to work, may talk it coming back to work, and people sit there and watch. When people stop watching, that's when I stop worrying. I mean, but long as I have enough on the 22nd to get my paycheck, I'm good. I am good. You can't take away accomplishments. You can't take away nothing. And as that old song says, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. I don't have to run down everybody and talk. Some people want you to argue back and forth with them, and I don't think people understand that. And it's not because you scared of people. It's just like, child, I ain't even worth it. That somebody had mentioned Stump Down. I was like, well, if that hoe is bad and she's a bad bitch, I done been doxxed. She knows what Cipolo is. Again, I don't worry about that stuff. I'm not in relationship with him. So anyway, I just think it's funny. Well, somebody emailed me saying somebody said I look like William McCray. She want polyester. But first of all, I don't have a lace front wig. That's number one. This is bald here. All right, I don't wear butterfly shades. I don't wear butterfly shades. And my clothes are pretty demure. So yeah. Um, let me say this. Let me say this, you all. Yeah, yeah, it is what it is. That brother don't bother me. God bless him, and I'm glad that he's doing well. But what he think about me is not what he eat. Don't make me shit. Well, yes, I'm busy working. You know, the host say I can't keep a job, so I'm busy searching for one. But anyway, you all, I'm sorry, you all. I hit a dead spot. I apologize for that. Hit a dead spot. Thank you all. It takes me out. What's up, Catherine? But yeah, you got to be very careful. So I don't know if Honest Roll is in the clouds or anywhere, but Honest Roll, has your channel been taken away? I'm just asking. Baby, I've been William McCrae, Glowworm, all of that, all of that, all of that. But it's good. It's good because I am glowing. Um, Also, too, let me say something, and I want to be very clear because people, I think, are really confused. I was at Bedside Baptist when I moved to San Antonio. I became disillusioned with a lot of things that I had seen went on in church, and I didn't leave Jesus, but I left a lot of organizational and connectional churches. I needed a break. I still fellowship with people, but I didn't even want to play in San Antonio. Let me say this. When I lived in Ohio, I didn't touch a key. When you meet people, they're like, oh my God, we need a musician. And so I played for a few churches, but let me say this: I don't play with people. I am business, unless it's my home church. But even with them, I'm business. When we make a covenant and you say you're going to do this and you don't, I'm out. I played for a church. The pastor wanted to have an evening service. Well, I'm like, you got to pay me half of what I make for the day service. Oh, he didn't want to do it. I said, well, you need to find somebody else. Or you need to not expect me for evening service, because I don't play for free. So he thought he was going to be slick, and he brought in another musician talking about, I want you to train him. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. I said, he can play starting tomorrow. I said, y'all have a good day. Because as a musician, it is very limited supply, and it's a lot of demand. So I made the decision to play for a variety of churches at a flat rate, because there's somebody who's not going to come in, or there's so many churches now without musicians that they do what they need to do. But if you don't see me, that don't mean I have been dismissed. That means that I've more than likely moved on. I think it's really funny. Again, I don't have nothing to prove to nobody, baby. But if you think I have been fired or released from a church, okay. But what I tell you all is, get the records, find out. But as a musician who can teach parts, because you can be a functional keyboardist and have a great band and be a functional keyboardist, but if you can teach parts, and if you're a vocalist, you can write your own check. Now, let me let you all know this, that a musician worth his or her worth should make no less than $500 a Sunday, which is $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month. Minimal. 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 Make sure if your child is musically inclined that they do, because baby, yeah. Fridge that, I don't even care. You know, I don't even watch. Some people you just don't watch because they're not entertaining. And it's just like, ugh. But yeah. Well, you better have a lot of irons in the fire. How these people laying off and stuff, you better have some irons in the fire. But let me tell y'all something. Enjoy your life. Let people say what they want to. I love my folded up skin, all wrinkly and stuff. That's correct, Dre Day. So, yeah. So what else is going on? Because it seems like people are into this ZX thing, which I'm not interested in. The Uncle Claude thing is very interesting. All I can say is all parties, just cooler heads prevail. Um, I saw pizza. I don't know what's going on in Pizza's world. I do know that Vine Nerdy's channel has been struck and he's appealing. Um, I don't know if Honest Rose channel has been struck or not, because I see him on this Honest Road 2 channel. So I don't know if somebody got mad and struck his channel. I don't know. So anyway, so what else? What is going on that y'all want to talk about? Because baby, I'm just driving to work. I'm almost there until I get into this traffic. Oh, he lost his appeal. Wow, wow, wow. He'll do another channel on in another sector. He'll do another channel in another sector. Um, but this is why you got to be so careful with who you let on your channel, who you give access to, and how you do what you do. You know. So, oh man, that's bad. So, why do you think that Minority was doing too much? Why do you think he was doing too much? It seemed like he was really trying to focus on news, but why do you think he was doing too much? Okay. Well, the sector is tough. And it's really interesting that these people come over to the sector and they don't understand that the sector has many layers of shadiness. And I think 2.0 is diabolical in how they do things. FridgeNet, I don't watch her. FridgeNet, I don't watch her. I, I don't watch her. And if she's coming at that means she's still watching me. So that's good. But baby, I don't watch her. I just hope her journey with Jesus is a good one. Yeah. Let me say this. There's a lot of people who don't like me, but as long as you didn't save me, as long as you ain't sanctify me, fill me with the Holy Ghost, that which is a fire, I don't care. See, you all care. I don't. I don't. Baby, I'm still living. The skin that I'm in is what I'm in. The genes that I have is what I have. I'm bold enough to come on camera. There are people who will not come on camera. First of all, I'm not scared of people. You know, I mean, it is what it is. And yeah, so I don't take offense to people who are not, they don't even show themselves. I mean, you don't. You just move on. It's no big whoop, it's a show. Oh, okay, so he don't like when people come for him. All right. Well, he didn't do me any kind of way. That's the thing. He didn't do me any kind of way. Um, yeah. No, I'm zesty, baby. I'm always flavorful. It's good to get your zest on in the morning. Do my zestiness make you upset? Because I can't understand if you are a straight man or a woman, why are you so concerned about my zestiness? You must like the taste. You're sitting over here. But I love and I embrace all of my zestiness, every piece of it. Because it makes me uniquely J Burrell, can't you tell? That's what it makes me. Baby, I don't want no bland, unseasoned, non-flavorful food. So I serve up zestiness. That's why you like them Cool Ranch and them nacho cheese because they're zesty. Have you licking your fingers? Yeah. First of all, that ghetto and That ghetto and mayor thing was just ridiculous. What's up, Tommy? Tommy, keep on doing well, Tommy. Like I said, keep on doing your thing, Tommy. Don't let these people get you. Baby, they done moved on to new people. But these parasites don't have nothing else to talk about. So it is what it is. But you hold on to God's unchanging hand, Tommy. Keep your hand in the winding chain, as the old people would say. You know, RNY TV is interesting. Um, yeah, I don't even know what's going on. Y'all, I'm so limited to the people I watch now. It's a shame. It's a shame. I said, keep your hand in the winding chain. I don't know what that is, but the old people used to say that in them old country churches. Keep your hand on the gospel plow and don't let go. My. What do you think about Lady Nika and Lovely Love fight? Blue, what was that about? Now I'm very interested in that, Blue. Come on, Coffee Bean. Blue, I didn't get to see that fight, but what was it about, Blue? What was it about, Blue? Blue, tell me now. Don't leave out nothing, don't add nothing. Just tell me, Blue. I'm interested in this. Lady Nika will cuss you out in an old nasty folksy way. She said one thing for certain, two. Wait, she said two things for certain. Wait, one thing for certain, two things for sure. Well, what did Lovely Love do to get cussed out? And by the way, y'all, pray for Louisiana. Oh my God, they just had that situation. They just had that situation, I believe, in Shreveport, and now they having uh altercation at the Mall of Louisiana. And I've been at that mall a couple of times. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So Lady Nika knows the people, and it wouldn't be far fetched for Lady Nika to know those people, because if Lady Nika, first of all, communities are very tight. But did Lady Nika ask for donations, or I mean, how did that roll? Ooh, this is very touchy. This is very touchy. Her son knows them. Okay. But what did Lady Nika do? Did she ask for donations? Did she tell people to send? Someone said Lady Nika's son was on the phone with the guy who did that horrific thing in Shreveport. So did Lady Nika know she didn't ask for donations? So Lovely Love was trying to say. So again, so what did Lady Lovely Love accuse Lady Nika of again? Because I wanted to make sure it didn't have nothing to do with money. Because anything have to do with money, Lady Nika always end up wrong. I don't know why, but Lady Nika can't get no break. Okay, Lady Nika can't get no break, and Lady Nika be telling y'all that she come to entertain, and every coin she gets, she deserve, and I'm with her on that. But Lovely Love said Lady Nika was lying about knowing those people. That's what Lovely Love said. Is that what I'm getting? Is that what I'm hearing? I want to make sure. Whether he was doing it when the man was doing it or not, that's neither here nor there for me. I want to know, did Lovely Love say that she was lying? Now, this is the question. People are saying, Bloopity, that Lady Nika never asked for a cash app or any money. But now you're trying to say that Lovely Love is trying to attach cash apps for sympathy because she's telling the story. Is that what I'm hearing? I want to make sure I get clarity on that. Is Lady Nika in here? Well, Ugly Love can't even come up here. It's sad when people can't even come up here no more. I don't even let Ugly Love up in here. Well, you know what? Lady Nika had every right to curse her out. She had every right to curse her out. And Ugly Love is always inserting herself in somebody's business. And if that is the case, if what I am hearing you all say or reading what you all are writing, she deserved to get cussed out. Lady Nika could have easily said, well, you telling the folk that you had 2 car wrecks so you could get sympathy and money for them cars. And now you up there using your son's gas and burning up his oil because you didn't have no insurance. How you driving around with no insurance? You don't have no general. They don't have no amico. They don't have no pronto. Okay, what's come on? You live in Texas. Lord Jesus, don't get me started. Don't get me started. In San Antonio, you got Fred Lawyer, you got Pronto, you got Amica, baby, you got insurance company from Mexico. Girl, it's insurance you ain't never heard of. It's put $1 down insurance in San Antonio. That's how deep it is. And I can't understand how you wreck 2 cars, don't got a rental car, and your insurance ain't paid. See, this is why you know people is busted bricks. And this is what I don't get again. This is what I don't understand. Help me understand. I'm back. This is what I don't understand. Again, you broke in Arizona. Now you back in inexpensive San Antonio and you still struggling and you got a whole husband. That's what people be confused about. Is he not bringing the paycheck home to you? Is he spending the money? I mean, because y'all can't bundle y'all money together. It's weird to me. So I done put the link down, but Lady Nika should have cussed her out if that's the case. Because if Lady Nika didn't ask for a cash app, because Lady Nika do a lot of story time, but if she didn't ask for no cash app, then what's the big whoop? I mean, again, you the one who told everybody that you done wrecked 2 cars, and now you using your son's car. And we could have attributed that maybe you need a cash app because obviously if you wreck 2 cars, most people who work and are responsible get car insurance. Duh. And that's what struck me odd. It's like, girl, why ain't you have no car insurance? Even if you are in the wrong, you get your car fixed or something. I mean, it depends on what coverage you have. It depends on what coverage you have. That's why you get full comprehension and collision, personal property, rental car, roadside assistance. Girl, I don't know what she had. I don't know what she had. Bro, I don't know what she had. I just that's why I'm glad she living on that side of town because I don't need no hoe to be and that hoe still smoking cigarettes. That's what I'm like, girl, you just finished chemo and you still smoking cigarettes? Didn't God do it for you once? Anyway. Oh Lord. So if Lady Nika cussed her out, it is what it is. I don't love Lovely Love alone. She's so flip floppy. She want to be your friend one minute, then she want to be da da da. Nope. You and Queen Tulsa, y'all come out the same, cut from the same cloth, except Queen Tulsa is Queen Tulsa. I'm gonna leave it at that. Girl, I don't care what she's trying to do, but I'm tell you what. I saw her on a thumbnail. I'm like, is that Tracy Morgan? I'm like, is that Trick Daddy? I'm like, baby. Anyway. Ooh, Jesus. Cause baby, she looking rough. Girl, go. She looked like Trick Daddy and Tracy Morgan if they had a baby, and if she was a girl, that's what you would get. I mean, it was like, oof. Anyway, no, that's all right. Ugly Love can't even click my link. And let me say this: I do. Somebody said she had wet brain syndrome. Girl, I don't know. But Lovely Love can't even remember half the stuff she doesn't say it. And that bothers me with hoes who can't remember it. Girl, remember what you said. I knew something was wrong with her at that Dubai wedding thing. I knew something was wrong. How, how you going? First of all, Dubai. Lovely Love don't even know which airport they left. Uh, Lovely Love don't even know which airport they left out. You gonna either leave out of JFK, Newark, or Atlanta if you left out on the East Coast. And most of the flights connect in New York to move on out. Dulles, but the biggest international airports on the East Coast are going to be New York and Atlanta. Yeah, it depends. But girl, you don't even know which airport you left out of. So that was number one. You mean on that whole 13 to 14-hour flight? Now, y'all, we talking about Dubai, and everybody ain't flying to Dubai. Dubai is a specialized, so it's just like Johannesburg, South Africa. Everybody ain't flying to South Africa. Delta had that flight, and it was between Atlanta and New York. That's where Delta flew it out of. So everybody is not flying those routes, and that's key. There are some routes like to London and stuff. Those are like, yeah, but when it comes to Dubai, that's a specialized group, you know? So you don't remember a 12 to 14-hour flight. You don't remember the airline you flew. All you remember is the hotel was nice. And all you got is a wooden keychain, a key holder. So anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that show enough alone. All you gotta do is listen to these people. These people be saying the most. I'm like, okay, okay, all right. How that lady do it? I like her. She said, for real though. Oh no, you can't come in. No, I can't think of that lady's name, but she was on with Wanda Sykes and she was hilarious. Can I tell y'all this? The flight attendant ain't giving you no metadamcation. Flight attendants, okay, so I know she lying again. Okay, being a flight attendant, she lied. Because in the first aid kit, it's only aspirin. And then they have a larger kit, but it's the doctor's kit and it's locked up. And you can't, yeah, she lied. Pastor, you going to see the Michael Jackson movie? Yeah, I'm going to see it tomorrow. I am going to see it tomorrow. The other half already done paid for the tickets. So we're going to go see it tomorrow. I have heard mixed reviews about it. I'm going to see for myself. But I've heard mixed reviews. That's all I'm going to say about that. I heard that Diana Ross ain't even in the movie. I mean, like, why she ain't in the movie? That's instrumental. Let me tell y'all something. They did the Whitney Houston movie, and they did one where they had Robin. They really emphasized how Robin helped Whitney. Then they had one Whitney Houston movie, and I'm like, what in the hell? I'm like, I'm like, what the hell? I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna see it tonight. Not tonight, but tomorrow night. I'm gonna see it tomorrow night. Now let me say this: if it wasn't for the other half, I wouldn't go see it. Now what I'm waiting for is the Devil Wears Prada 2. Baby, I'm waiting for the Devil Wears Prada 2. I'm waiting for that movie. Oh yes, I am. I'm waiting for that movie. But the Michael Jackson movie, yeah, the other half love going to movies. He will sit there and binge watch Not Landing. He will binge watch. Yeah, he binge watch shows like that. He's on Not Landing. Then he'll binge watch Dallas. I'm looking at these 1970 cars and these early 80 cars. I'm like, what are you doing? But he loves to watch that stuff. I think Ray Charles was honest. I thought now Ray, that was a good movie. When I tell you Jamie Foxx played the hell out of that part. That was a good movie. Yeah. I'm going to see Ali Sadiq. He's going to be coming. I'm either going to see him in Austin or San Antonio. Baby, he binge watches that Not Slanding, and I'm like, but anyway, I let him do what he needs to do. That's, you know what? I go to the movies because of him. He'll do things because of me, and it's called compromise. Because when you love each other, you do compromise, and yeah, yep. We were supposed to go to the night parade, but y'all, I'm really not fiestaed up this year. With all the stuff that's happening and going on, I'm not really feeling fiesta this year. I'm really not. We went to the taste of New Orleans, and that's probably all we're going to do. I don't feel safe with this administration and people doing stuff at the Mall of Louisiana and uh mm, no, I'm good. Yeah, and even the movies, you know, you better know where all the exits are. So yeah, look, it's some certain states that I might have to postpone going to Magic Mountain in California because baby, I don't know. They say they deporting black people to Uganda. Girl, I got my passport, but they seem like they don't care. So y'all don't know. I don't even go to states that's too far in. And let me say this: Trump has not made us safe. Everything Obama did, this man has tried to unravel. We had a deal that Iran would never make any nuclear weapons. He went right in there and unraveled that. And now he can't even get an average. You know, you went and started war without Congress, and I blame Congress because Congress has the power of the purse, and you can't declare war unless you go through Congress. And so I'm like, okay, he's just doing what he wants to. And this is why I have a problem with the Republicans. You are letting this man do this, and now you're suffering with all of these flips. In the state of Virginia, those people is in Virginia is definitely a bellwether state. And people are not satisfied. And they think that the Republicans are capitulating to the will of Donald Trump. And they're pissed off. And let me say this. Now people are realizing that you are not special because you happen to be white. If you are not part of that 1%, they don't care who you are. I haven't seen Rita's upload. Y'all, let me tell you something. The last time I've been over to see Rita, I was telling Lala Diamond, don't assault your mom. And I wasn't telling her not to assault her mom because she's angry. I'm like, don't assault your mom because you'll go to jail. And who's gonna raise your child? People don't think about that. And Lala was talking about all the abuse and the trauma. And I'm like, I get that, Lala, but baby, you gotta be emotional intelligent, baby, because if you got a baby or a child, do you think that child is gonna be any safer without you? And I don't think people think. I don't think people think, you all. Yeah, I like Lala. I like Lala, and I want Lala to survive. I want Lala to thrive. And sometimes you got to get away from those things that keep you tethered and bound. And I'm real about that. You know, you may not like what I say over here, but when I'm telling you something that is going to be life altering, I'm gonna tell you the truth. And I'm gonna tell you in benefit of you. I have never told anybody to do anything that was not going to benefit them in life. Hold on for a minute, y'all. a phone call. His son-in-law is making a whole lot of money off that war. Hold on, y'all. Let me take me down, Lord. Let me remove me. Well, I removed both of us. What's up, Gen X? But look, I have never told anybody anything that's gonna be detrimental in their real life. And see, this is why I tell people you can say whatever you want about me. I am gonna ride and live with you, but I'm not gonna ride and die, and I'm not gonna cause you to die either. You all need to really, really, really consider what people are telling you and evaluate it. You know, sometimes we look at the person, we look at the messenger, but we don't look at the message because we're so fixated on how that person made me feel or da 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 da. And that's beside the point in something very critical. And I think people don't get it. But like I said, if I tell you that, baby, I don't think that's a good idea, and don't put your hands on your mama, I think, I understand that you're angry. And let me say this. I understand Lala is angry. She pissed off. And I get that. I get it. And I'm sure that some people have done some things to her that was really out of pocket. And I get that too. One thing she said that I thought was good is that she's going to therapy, and keep going to therapy, because that therapy is going to help you. It's going to help your family. It's going to keep you out of mess. Continue to go to therapy. And I think that's good, Lala. And I'm not lying. I'm not being sarcastic or facetious. That is good. But Lala, the law is the law. And I saw you whip your mama's ass. And I'm like, okay, Lala, you proving your point. You can take care of yourself, and baby, you can lay hands. You can throw hands. We get that. But at the end of the day, you'll be throwing hands in somebody's jail. And that's what people want. And unfortunately, these people don't care about you, your child, and what you got going on and all that. They don't. Only thing they care about is a click and a view and making you content. And you don't want that. And I don't want that for you. So I know that Lala thought I was trying to be, and people are like, you ain't my daddy. Now I heard somebody say that. But had they taken my advice, baby, they would have saved a whole lot of money and not been where they were. And again, you may not like me, but when it comes to real life stuff, I don't care who you are. I don't really have to like you, and you don't have to like me. Or we can be enemies on YouTube. But I'm always going to try to help people navigate through. And trust me, there are some things that I've had to listen to people to as well. And I always ponder certain things. And I'm like, where is this coming from? Is this a good place? Where is it? And if you can't decipher whether something is coming from a good place or not, then that's something you got to have some discernment. You got to have some intuition, because sometimes people are really trying to help. And let me say this: sometimes it be the people who we think don't like us that really help us. I'm just saying. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Now, I see Brian is laughing in there. But now, Brian, I mean, I'm being real. Even in your situation, sometimes you just can't distinguish between what's really helpful and useful or what's shade. And I get it because in these YouTube streets, we be going for broke. But I'm telling you, I've just seen some stuff, and I'm like, mm-mm, you got to watch it. A lot of y'all put y'all personal business out here. I'm like, baby, don't do that. I mean, you may think it's okay and you may think you're helping somebody, but in the end, is it worth it? And you got to ask yourself, is it worth it? And it's not always worth it. Um, people were asking me about my personal life. I'm like, mm-mm, I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe anybody anything. And I mean that. I mean that. So y'all hold on for a minute. I'm in here trying to get, oh Lord. I don't know what I'm gonna get there. Oh, I know what I'm gonna get there. Okay. So I have somebody who's having a birthday, and now I need to get them a birthday card. Oh, I hate this Walmart because you can't find nothing. Now I gotta ask somebody where the card's at. Jesus, maybe they probably do. And again, this is why I just don't watch a lot of people, you all. And it's not because I think I'm better than, but some of this stuff is not talent. Some of this stuff is just desperation. I'd rather come on here and talk about life and stuff than deal with some of that foolishness. And then some people want you to argue and fight with them. And I just don't have the wherewithal to do that these days. I really don't. Notice if you don't bother with me, I don't bother with you unless you done did something on YouTube. And if you put it on YouTube again, I'm gonna talk about it. Just like people would probably talk about me because I come on a daily and I get it. So you can do that, but I own it. Maybe somebody said I got kicked out the church, and I'm like, okay, girl, I'm just getting kicked out of churches. Baby, I'm the baddest bee. Okay, don't mess with me, churches. I'm just sitting here laughing at it, but hey, that's what people do, and so you can't stop people. I do think you're volatile. I do, and it's evident when somebody says something about you, and you go on a whole rampage on your channel, and you seem very angry and upset, and then it's almost like I think about it and, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this, and then you will take it back, but you'll private the channel or the thing, but it's all good. I mean, all good. I just think that people do some interesting things, and then you said you got under my skin. No, you don't. You don't get under my skin. I just long now. Let me tell you something. As long as I get paid, baby, I'm okay. But I don't let people get under my skin because I'm not really that invested in all of that crazy foolishness. I just do my show, I do my set, and I leave. You know what though? That's what people want, baby. And people, and see to even talk about it, to me, yeah, Tommy, I am under the weather, baby. But I'm getting better. I'm getting better, and I'm all right. I'm coming full circle. So everything is everything. Ooh, I hate this. Ooh, I got to get somebody a birthday card. Oh my god.
So tell me how you doing. Are you holding in? Are you hanging in there? I hope you're hanging in there and be positive, Tommy. And I think you're doing the right thing. And I think everybody is doing the right thing by just staying in their own corners and okay, I got a real good birthday card. Okay, I know it's gonna cost me a cent or two, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Okay, Brian, give me a quick minute. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link. Give me a quick minute. But I'm getting this birthday card. So let me get this birthday card. And then I gotta get my Liquor D's. I'll get my coffee. Hey Miss O, how you doing? So Brian, I'm gonna drop the link. Let me go ahead and get this item for this person. Ooh, my God. My God. Is anybody open? I hate Walmart now. They don't. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Lord, everybody, come on along here. Everybody here at Walmart today, I guess everybody had a rush to get here. Hold on. Brian, I'm going to drop the link. I promise. I'm just trying to get through this line here. Why they got Angela Bassett looking like Juanita Bynum on this woman's world? Okay. Yeah, I knew him, Tommy. I didn't know him personally, but I saw him a couple of times. Hold on for a minute, y'all. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm just here at Walmart. Okay, I'm back, and Brian, I'm gonna drop the link. I had to go to Walmart because a coworker um, is having a birthday, so I want to get a birthday card, and I'm taking her out for. Well, I'm getting her. for lunch. So yeah, give me a minute, y'all. Yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm back. I ain't even worry about that. I gotta get myself out of here. Let me sign this card and then get my butt to the office. So anyway, Tom. Anyway, Brian, I'm gonna drop this link. Um, I'm gonna drop this link so you can say what you need to say. Okay. There's a lot of things going on here at this Walmart. Maybe they at this Walmart. Heat. Okay, it's like this is the meeting place or something. Jesus. Okay, I don't know if these people are personal trainers or not, but it's a black lady and a white lady, and they look like somebody Rick James would be hanging out with. I don't know. They is giving me Mary Jane girls. They giving me Vanity Six. Oh, she just got that Vanity Six look, honey. All right, but anyway, hold on. Let me drop this link. All righty. You know that white lady who had that greasy hair? Oh Jesus, they's giving that. That baby. Okay, I dropped the link. And yeah, I dropped the link. Now I got to get this card and sign it. So Brian, the link has been dropped as promised. Okay. So I don't know if he's coming up or not. He may be in the sauna. I don't know. Uh, and I want to give a shout out to D Miss O. Hey, D Miss O. We see you. So that's for Brian. Yeah, hello. How you doing?
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning. Good
Um,
morning.
yes, I wanted to come up and I wanted to ask you a question. I have never put my hands on somebody, and I'm trying to figure out how is it that y'all say that I'm scary in one breath and let the guy punch me in my chest, and then on the next breath I'm volatile. I wouldn't even hurt a fly unless the fly did something to me. So I I wanted to just come up and publicly rebuke that. And then yesterday you said that people just like Roe better than me. Pastor, I don't care who likes or don't like me. I want them
Okay.
to I want them to like Roe, okay? And that's all I
Okay.
want to say. I'm not no
Oh.
violent person. I don't do
Mm-hmm.
volatile. I don't do ghetto stuff, volatile
Mm-hmm.
ghetto stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
you know,
you don't do it physically.
I don't do it physically.
Yeah, I mean you don't do it physically.
What do you mean by that?
You don't. I mean, you're right. You never put your hands on people, but verbally, you know, yes, it's a different story. But hey, everybody's different.
Okay. Okay, well, am I the only one, Pastor?
I
That's
don't
all I got
know.
to say.
I don't know.
I'm not
You
the.
may not
I'm.
be. You're not the only
Yeah.
one, but it's
Yeah.
interesting. That's all.
Yeah.
I
Because I could
mean,
have sworn I heard you and other people say stuff too as well. So,
but
you
what
know,
did I say?
no, I'm just saying over the courses of us being on here for 8 years, Jay Wilson, we've all then said stuff and done stuff, okay? And said ugly stuff. So don't single me out like I'm just the only one, okay? So
I
I
know. I mean,
rebuke.
this stuff is volatile, and I just see how you work. I mean, you really turned on Castro because Castro, it was really funny.
Volatile.
It was
Wait, where
really
you
funny
get?
because Castro was talking about, y'all was talking about his DV situation, and it was really deep. But then when he's mentioned Mississippi, you really went there and then went right to that situation. I don't know.
Where
Maybe it's
you
just
get?
me.
Oh shit! Let me come
But
right back. I'm trying to.
you went off of on him just like that.
Oh wait,
I'm
let
like,
me be right back. My phone is about to die. I'm trying to see where the fuck
okay.
you get volatile from. I would like to continue this because you
Mhm.
might. I've seen you get heightened and animated before, and upset and huffing and puffing and things.
I mean,
So
but
I mean,
like I
but
said,
anyway,
I
I'll
mean,
be right
but
back, love. I'll be right
all right,
back.
okay, all right, all right. That phone is dying, Jesus. Oh Lordy, you gotta love Jesus. Thank you, thank you. Let me say this: we've all gone off on people and everything, but I ain't never said that. I'll let this out about you, or I'll let that out about you. And I'm like I said, I'm looking at this roast situation, and it's just okay. I don't know, and I don't know. It's just different. I ain't never been sinister and low and so dark that mm-mm, mm-mm. It was like they were never friends at all. And even when I have fallen out with people, I just call the truth and move on. Um, yeah, but it's different. Now this coffee is good. Thank you, Jesus. Hurry up and get to this office. I just had to get a birthday card. I mean, he goes really. And so let me give another example. I think Ro mentioned that his sister was sick, and that was it, right? And Brian went off on Ro. He didn't say what the sister had or anything. And this is when Brian was in the hospital, and he just went there. So I don't know. I think when people get angry, they do stuff that is irrational and they don't think it out. I mean, but that's me. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Yeah, you on. Brian, you're on. Is the phone okay? I don't know. His phone may be acting up. He's just charging it. Yeah, so it was his phone. Yeah, it's like he almost have a restriction. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Okay. And I will say this: when Ro was um, being very verbal,
when he was attacking other people, he was fine with that. But when Roe turned that on him, it was a problem. He went off on Roe and D Miss O's channel disrespectfully. Child Roe finally, um, oh, he tells all Roe's business when he get mad. He be wanting to spill the tea. Oh, they keep pushing him over here. My. Mm, okay. All right, Brian, your phone doing better?
I don't give a fuck when none of these bitches are bully. But they bully me. I'll be what you tell me, what you want me to be, bitch. I'll be, fuck you. Okay, so, okay, now, Pastor, one thing I will say, now, I knew you was telling a story. What was that story about? Because you like to give examples about shit that I've done. Yes. So, what was the story that you told?
No, I mean, you got very upset when Rose said your sister was sick. But he
Mm.
just said that, and you just went off and then spilled business. Like, I'm like, well, did it warrant all of that? Because what you
Well,
gave him, he may have slipped up by mistake and said that,
yeah,
but
yeah,
but yeah,
but it's easy for you to have judgment on that because you don't know how I feel or what I felt. The way I looked at it was he know that me and Jay Don was fighting hard, and he knows that me and you was fighting hard. Why would you
no,
say
you were fighting hard. I don't fight hard. I just sit there and
well,
make my
whatever,
money.
whatever. I
Hmm.
I felt that why would he go up there and say something like that to you? And can I say something? One thing that you said, see, we know that you're biased. And I know this is just your coin, it's your coin. I'm coming from my show and coin, but you're very
Hmm.
clearly biased because let me just say this. You're very clearly biased because you said trauma dump. And I sat there for hours and listened to this motherfucker complain. Why don't my
Oh, I
trauma?
mentioned that. I mentioned that.
Why,
I wasn't biased. I mentioned that, and I
okay,
told him that both of y'all should go see some therapists
okay.
because
Well,
y'all ain't you
be fair.
know. Yeah, I said both of y'all, and I said both of y'all should go see therapists because y'all are not HIPAA compliant as we are witnessing with y'all spilling each other tea.
I'm Pastor. The thing about this is, Pastor, uh, at this particular point in my life, I it's like I'm living in like a la la land. Uh, and I don't want to argue with this man. He's fucking with me, Jay Wilson. I asked him to leave me alone. What he's trying to do is he wants to pick a fight and this and that. I don't want to argue with this man. And what I told him was I asked him to leave me alone. And I'm glad that you heard me. I'm glad that you're telling him that because I'm telling you, I have a white flag. I do not want to fight. I have other things going on. I'm trying to be productive in my life, doing the right
Mhm.
thing. I don't want to. I don't want to fight with him. There was a
Okay.
tumultuous situation. The shit that I've done to him was out of complete hurt and anger. You're right, and
Mhm.
I have a right to do that. I
Do
have.
you? Do
Yes, I.
you? Do you think it's so? My thing is this. So, what does it do to you short term? See, again, short term, you may feel good, but couldn't you say, hey, Ro, we really need to talk about this, and y'all could have come up with something, and it doesn't have to be YouTube fodder? I mean, couldn't it have been done
Well,
that way?
well, that was the big mistake at the first thing, but it's not my fault. He don't have a backbone. It's not my fault because you just said it. YouTube fodder. When I called him and I said, Ro, I would like to go on Pastor's page and talk about the incident from the hospital. Do you mind? He said no. If he would have had a backbone and said, no, excuse me, if he would have had a backbone and said yes, don't go up on there.
But what was the angle to do it in the first place?
Well,
Because I
because
never got the angle.
well, the angle was I wanted to talk about why would this dude. I'm laying on my death motherfucking bed and collapse in the goddamn parking lot, sitting my big ass in the goddamn ICU and all
Hmm.
type of other shit with blood clots. Why the fuck is he telling me about niggas who penis can't fit inside his ass? That was the angle. I wanted to talk about it.
But was it anger because he said that you got hard?
But what does that matter?
Well, if somebody said that to me, I'm like, what the fuck you doing? I'm in the hospital. I don't need that right now. So why are you talking to me about that? I'm
Well,
trying to get better. I wouldn't have gotten hard. I would have been like, what is this about?
but how
And
could
then
you
he
be
said
on
that
my
you ripped out them IVs because
oh
you
my
know.
god. Hold up, right quick. Please let's take one step at a time, please.
Okay.
Let's have a cordial conversation because I'm really
No,
coming.
we are having a cordial conversation. I'm only saying what he said.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm only saying what he said.
But
And
you
he
just
said that, he was just trying to cheer you up. And I'm hearing from you. But then my question is, now everybody is different. Everybody is definitely different. But if
mhm.
somebody would have came to me with that, I'm like, what the hell are you trying to pull?
But that's you though.
Okay.
That's you.
Well,
I'm
can
not.
we say that you really liked him? Because obviously,
Yeah,
if you
ab-
didn't like him, you would have stopped that.
absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm not. And look. I'm not afraid to say that.
Okay. I mean, yeah, but at least let's be truthful.
Well, I got my hand raised high in the air.
Okay. Let me
But
see it.
no, no, you're
Okay.
not gonna do it. And then let me explain something too. One more thing. Uh, you know, listen, I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace. That's all I got to say. I just really wanted to come up here just to say that it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing volatile up over here. Uh,
Are you getting ready to smoke?
I don't smoke anymore. I don't know
Oh
what
my God. Oh my God. That's a testimony.
you.
That's a testimony. That's
I've
a
been
testimony.
I've been stopped smoking. Hey, with this position right here, I'm shutting my mouth up. I
So since you stopped smoking, has things cleared up? Tell me about that.
have things cleared up. What you mean by
I
that?
mean, when people smoke, we had somebody give their testimony or, but they said that they don't need it. They got clarity. Do you have clarity or?
I miss it actually. I really do miss it, but I like money better. I like
Has it helped you with your weight loss?
shit. I mean, I exercise every day. Shit. I
Well,
mean,
I know, but they say that weed make you hungry.
we don't see what it do for y'all. It don't do for me. You know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
don't know. I ain't never smoked it.
It slows my brain down. Is what it does. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Act
Well,
10.
I mean, I'm happy to hear that, Brian. I mean, no, seriously, no sarcasm, no shade.
Wait. Ask TMO. She should know, and whoever else blows. Lady Nika blows marijuana. So I want you to ask them, and they'll tell you the same thing. It has different.
Okay,
It has different effects for different people.
okay. Why you gotta throw them in though? They ain't say nothing to you. See,
Well,
see
because
how you get
TMO,
nasty?
no. TMO is in the chat currently being so disrespectful. Like she knows everything. She's always in the gay man's business, but she don't know. Talking about some lies, lady. You wasn't on the phone, or was you on the phone? You wasn't on the phone or know shit about no lies, ma'am. So how dare you put yourself in a situation instead of going put yourself with your goddamn husband? Get the fuck out of my motherfucking business. You always got something to fucking say. Always wanting to be the goddamn.
Brian, count to five. Count to five. You're getting a little volatile. You want peace. You want peace.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know what it is about TMO, but she always just in somebody's shit. Always. You're lying. Well, ma'am, how the fuck do you know I was lying? Why would this nigga bring up some weird shit while I'm laying in a hospital bed? And she gonna say I asked for it. You was a motherfucking liar. And Roe already told the story a million times and said he was doing it to lighten up I was like, what? That's weird. You wanted to try to entice me. That's what you wanted. And it is what it is. Just be real and say that and stop trying to lie. I would
But
respect
he said that it wasn't for that. He said that you thought
lies,
that, that, and then you brought that out to make him look thirsty.
lies, 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 lies. I wanted to know why. Was I tripping?
Why you always bringing me in your bullshit? And I know what I said lies about. I said lies about to the one part where you said you acted like Rose just held you hostage and started telling you a story that you didn't ask to be talked to and you didn't ask to hear the story. But don't sit here and talk to me about my husband. You need to get you a motherfucking husband. And none
Was
of my
you there?
business. I
Was
don't
you there?
smoke. I don't
You
smoke. I
was
have
not
done gummies in
fucking
the
there. So
past.
how the
I'm
fuck
trying. I
you know
don't
what
smoke.
enticement?
I have done
How the
gummies.
fuck do you
So
know what
mind your
enticement and
motherfucking
then
business and what
enticement?
you paid
Shut
for,
your
nigga.
bitch ass
Pay
up.
for
I
what
said
you
you gonna be
mind your
a
business.
motherfucking
Get your
husband.
life in order.
You
I
always
wasn't on here
get
calling my
in
sister
order.
all types of names.
Get that
I would
damn
never be on here calling my sister, my
bitch.
dead
You
sister,
got
all types of
your
names.
goddamn self, hoe. The
Whatever. You just
fuck you
angry
got a
as fuck and you
goddamn
mad
bitch.
because don't nobody care about you like
I
they
said you
do
always
Roll. You
somebody, bitch.
angry as
You
fuck and
don't
you
know
need to
what
get
the
the
fuck
fuck over it. We
I
are not your family. We are not your therapist.
get the
We are
fuck out
not
of
your
my
family.
goddamn
Go get
business.
you a real
Go and
family and
go
a
on
real
motherfucking
therapist.
bed and go be
It's
with
not
your
my fault
daughter
your family
and
disown
goddamn
you. It's
motherfucking
not
love.
my fault your family
What
don't want
the
to fuck with
I
you. It
said.
ain't my fault your family don't
So,
want to fuck with you.
did you go
Whatever, whatever.
to the funeral, bitch? You should have went,
Look
baby.
at all this
I
pent up
didn't give
anger.
a
Look
fuck.
at all this
I
pent up
don't give
anger
a
because
fuck
people
about
happy.
you
Look
asshole.
at all this pent
Yes,
up
you
anger.
always
You
been a
just
human
mad because I can
business.
call Ro
And
and you
I with
can't.
your fucking
I
husband.
bet you I can
Yes,
call Ro before
I don't
you
give a
can.
fuck what you bet, hoe. Fuck you, hoe.
Let me
I
call Ro.
don't
I
care
can call
about
Ro
you.
at work. I can call Ro at work, at home, wherever I want to call him.
About his business instead
I
of your
can call him at work. I can call Ro at home. I can call him
bitch.
anytime I
I
want to,
don't give a
and you
fuck.
don't like it. And you like, I'm
You,
not in no
that
gay
you
man's
can't
business. This
roll
is the goddamn
and
internet.
fucking
This is
girl.
the World Wide Web. This is everybody
I don't
business.
give a fuck.
It ain't no gay man business. It's
Yeah,
everybody business.
mm-hmm.
This
What
is the World Wide Web, and this is
you wrong?
YouTube. It's
Shut your
everybody
Ron, you
business.
didn't go to the
You tell
funeral?
us we gonna talk about it.
Ron, you didn't go to the funeral?
on, man. No, did you go?
Of course he didn't go to the funeral because he a
I
no good
sure
bitch.
didn't, bitch. I sure didn't. Did you
Because
go?
he a hateful ass
Okay.
bitch.
Yeah, bitch,
And he
I'm
gonna
a
get his
bitch
karma.
like your
He gonna
daughter,
get his
bitch.
If
karma.
you would have called me, I would have went in proxy.
Just like your fucking daughter, bitch.
Girl, bye. Girl, bye. You
I'm
just
a
jealous because
hateful
my daughter
bitch.
is being raised
Ass
right. You
motherfucking
just
husband.
mad because ain't nobody did nothing to my
Ass
daughter. Just
talking
like they
back
let something
in.
happen to you.
I'm gonna
You
walk
mad
across
because they
town
let
with
something happen to you and they didn't
that
believe you.
that
They didn't
trampoline.
believe you, but I would never not believe
I
my
bet I
daughter.
would never
I
fuck
would never not believe
you.
my
A
daughter. She can
the
tell
grass
me
too.
anything.
You
You
a
mad
whole
because something happened to you as
bitch.
a child and
You
they
is a
didn't
snake in the
believe you.
grass
They
too.
didn't believe you. Don't get mad. Don't try to steal my daughter's childhood because you
You
didn't have
enough
one.
shit that
Don't
can
try to steal my daughter's childhood because you didn't have
bunch
one.
of people on here, bitch, with your snake in the grass ass.
You mad because something happened to you as
Because
a
you
child
can't
did nobody believe you.
you
But
man.
my
Snake
daughter
in
gonna be
the grass.
believed, baby.
And your
My daughter gonna
husband
be
got a water
believed.
bed on his back, bitch.
Oh,
Ass
oh, poor hurt childhood.
oh nothing.
Poor hurt childhood. They didn't believe you.
Goddamn
I'm
camera, bitch.
sorry. I'm
Start
sorry they didn't
cut
believe
out with
you.
shape
I'm
ass bitch.
sorry they didn't believe
Okay,
you.
well,
Oh,
be sorry, ho. Don't be.
oh. I'm so sorry them people
Be
didn't
sorry,
believe
you
you when you
fucking
was a
pitch black,
child.
all spilled
I
looking
hate that. They fucked you up for life too.
like somebody burnt your fucking skin.
I love it.
Like,
I love it. Hot
like,
and ready, baby. Burnt and crispy,
like
hot
all
and ready.
spilled bitch.
Yes, yes. The more melanin, the better. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the motherfucking juice.
Shut your black ass.
Blacker than berries, just like your mama. Your mama black ass. Your
Like
sister
your
was a black ass woman.
cancer, bitch.
Blacker the berries, sweeter than
That
the
ink
juice,
from a
baby.
pencil, you
Mwah,
black
mwah,
ass nigga.
mwah. Blacker the berries, sweeter the
Black
juice.
ass
You
bitch.
can't penetrate me because you miserable, Brian.
No, bitch, you're
Sorry, sorry.
you
It don't
miserable.
work.
That's
It
why
don't
you
work.
want some
You
gay
can't
man
penetrate
business.
me because you miserable, bitch.
That's why you
I'm
want some
sorry. It
gay
don't work
man
like that.
business.
You
That's
can't put
why
your
you
misery
always
off on me.
gay
It don't
man
work like that. It's
business.
like a boomerang. Boom, back
No,
to you,
no,
nigga.
little bit, no, it's a
You
boomerang.
can't put
You
your misery
asshole.
back on me. It don't work like that.
Well, hey, vice versa, bitch.
I'm not miserable. You the
Vice
one up here miserable at
versa.
9 and 10
Hold on,
o'clock in the
let me
morning.
come back. Right.
Eastern
I'll be
Standard
right back.
Time, 9 o'clock Central. I'm not the one up here 9 o'clock Central miserable.
Hey, Hershey. I just said keep
Lord.
peace. I just wanted people to keep peace. And I just said, hey, remember peace. Hey, Hershey. Now, let me say this. I did not know he didn't go to the service. That is
Jay
his decision
Wilson.
to go or not to go. But family is family. And I like I said, everybody has their different reasons. And that's deep. I didn't know that. See, I didn't know that. What's up, Hershey? Huh?
Can you
Shit,
hear
dude.
me?
I can hear you. I can
You
hear.
ain't
I can hear
you,
everybody.
I can hear you. I'm hearing all this. I'm hearing all this argument. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Is everybody done arguing? Because I got a delay.
Hershey, go ahead. You on? Go ahead.
Okay. I agree with Brian. I agree with Brian, and the reason why I agree with Brian because Demons O be putting her foot in her mouth like she be on the three-way with Ro. So if
Lies,
Brian giving a
lies,
story,
lies,
why Demons
lies.
O involving herself in
Hershey,
something
I did
she don't
not be
got
on
shit
the
to
phone.
do
Hershey,
with?
I did not be on the phone with no
That's
Ro in
very
here.
questionable.
Well,
I'm on
Hershey, that's
mute.
not the truth. I don't be on the phone with both of them. It's not the truth.
Oh Lord. This is a lot.
Jay Wilson, the people told you Brian didn't go to the service days ago, and Brian
I
said it on
don't
his
give a
live.
fuck who is gonna do
Mm,
something for me
mm.
not going to
Demons O,
the
was
to
you
the
on the phone with
funeral.
Ro and Brian? How you know all the
No,
input of the
I
conversation?
don't know. I know what he put out here
Okay, so why
publicly.
do you always
I know what
involving
he put out
yourself?
here publicly. I know what he tells us
But you always
publicly.
involving
Oh,
yourself,
because
though.
cause
I'm
I'm gonna say
understanding
something. He
about
always
you.
put me in it. He always
He
put
ain't
me
put
in
I
you
it.
don't
in
put you
He
in
shit.
always
shit.
put me
He
in
ain't
they
put you
shit.
I
in
don't
no
put you
He
in a
shit.
always
goddamn
put
thing,
me in they
You
bitch.
shit. Yes, he
always
does. Yes, he
involving
does.
You put
yourself.
I don't give
yourself.
a fuck. Yes, he
Yes,
does.
you
You
did.
put
You put
yourself.
No,
yourself in
I
it.
do
It ain't
not.
got
No,
Well,
the
nothing
hold
to
fuck
do
on,
I
with
hold
you,
do
on,
not. You
honey.
everybody.
put me in it. You
Everybody,
put me in it, and I'm
hold
gonna
on, hold
say
on.
something.
Everybody. I've heard numerous times people put people in the stuff. I don't think that it's a one-off for anybody. I don't. And I think the bottom line is that Brian needs to go his separate way. Ro needs to go his separate way. I think they need to get some good therapists and talk to the therapist and stop talking to each other because there are no friends on YouTube
Wilson,
and
y'all
on
was having a
Mac
good
and on Mac. Hold on,
conversation.
hold on, baby. I'm not finished. Hold on. Now, come on. I'm not finished. Let's be respectful. I'm not finished. And at the end of the day, stop telling your business out personally. You know, let me say this. If you really want to talk to people on YouTube, put your shit on private or put it in members only. But you don't have the right to tell people what they cannot talk about either. And it's censorship. And so I have been telling people for years, don't put your personal business out. Nobody ain't HIPAA compliant here to hold this for you. And I even looked at Brian's title that you ain't gonna win. Well, I don't think nobody wins because after the end of it, if you are the victor, you're so battered
Then he
and
ain't gonna
bruised
win.
that none of y'all ain't winning. To be
He's not
honest,
gonna win against me.
let me say
He
this:
is not
it's not.
being
But
up.
but hold on for a minute. Listen to your mindset.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Y'all are both damaging each other.
Jay Wilson, how am I
But
damaging somebody when I've been minding my own
listen. You're
business?
both damaging each other. And I keep on telling you all that y'all think y'all have to reply to everything. You think you have to chase everything down. Some things are not worth to really chase down. And again, I'm telling you this not as a rose side, a bronze side. This is for everybody. Some people live for strife. Some people want it to continue to go on. And again, as a flight attendant, close the oven door and stop the oxygen to the fire. As long as you give this fire some oxygen, I don't care if it's a crease of oxygen, it will continue to burn. Shut the oven door and let that thing die down. But
Okay, I'm gonna let it go.
as long as you all continue to do this, it's going to be talked about. People gonna say what they want to say about it, and all of this stuff is gonna continue. I didn't know. Now, Brian, you know, I'm being honest with you. I
Yes.
was like, why would you? I know you're frustrated with your family, but that's some therapist shit, or that's some members only or private stuff.
Okay,
Because at the
Wilson.
end of the day, no, listen. At the end of the day, nobody owes you anything.
And I
And Michael,
understand that.
I'm,
I don't
but
ask
Brian,
for
I didn't,
nothing.
but I didn't finish though.
Okay,
I
go
didn't
ahead.
finish.
Shit, go ahead.
No, nobody owes you anything. People are going to talk about it. And then it seems to me that when people point that camera at you and say, "Oh, you didn't go to your sister's funeral," da 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 da, da. And even though you said you don't give a damn about it,
But what's wrong
but
with me not going?
it bothers you. Well, again, that's your blood.
They didn't go. Okay, when my mom. Okay, when the Jehovah Witness people had my mama funeral, they went to the service in Louisiana that her family gave to her. They didn't go to the Jehovah Witness. I'm the only one that went to the
I got a
Jehovah Witness
question for you
service.
then. I got a question. I got a
Okay,
question
so
for you then.
wait, hold on.
Let-
Let me finish right quick. Let me just get
No,
this
come on,
out.
let me ask you this question
Wait,
really
hold
quick.
on right quick.
No, no, no. It's
So,
pertinent. It's pertinent to what
oh
you're getting ready to
man,
say. Listen, Brian, it's pertinent
oh
to what you're
shit.
getting ready to say. Are your other relatives Jehovah Witnesses? Is everybody witnesses in your family?
Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. People
Brian,
can choose.
just say yes or no. Though, is
Listen to what
everybody
I'm telling
witnesses?
you.
Go
People
ahead.
can choose to go to and from what they want. I'm not going to be around no family drama. I'm traumatized from having to go through that whole experience with this goddamn girl. I'm fucked up in my head from that. I don't want to. I didn't want to go be around nobody's family drama. I have a new position. I'm trying to just focus on my work and come home and do my schooling and mind my own business. I don't want to fight with nobody, and I do not want to argue with my family. That's why I did not go. I don't give a
Okay.
fuck what nobody
Well, no, no,
think
no, no.
about
Stop
it.
right there. Stop right there. Stop
Okay,
right there. Stop right there.
keep
Stop right there.
thinking it.
Hold on. Stop right there.
Keep thinking it.
Hold on. I don't
Hmm.
think that's unreasonable. I don't see Brian. See, you don't understand. You think I'm all Brian Hay or
Well,
Jay
because you're
Wilson. No, no,
biased. You
no.
are
Hold on. Would you
biased.
please let me no, look?
Let me go
Please
on mute. I'm gonna go
let
on
me
mute.
finish. What I was about to say is that's understandable, Brian. I'm not beating you up for that. But you don't need to add the extra. You just said what you said. And I think your point was valid that you did not want to go. You went through a lot of stuff with that particular sibling. And you're saying that the family had a lot of drama. Who talking? Who? Once you put your damn mic on mute. I don't want to hear your conversation. And you're saying that you didn't want to be around that drama. You had a new position and you wanted your mind to be right so you can go into that new position without a whole lot of stuff. Now, what I did hear you say, and I think that it's critical, and I think you need to do something about it, is you said it messed me up. So what are you doing about that? What are you doing about that?
I'm saying
And
my hold up, let me answer your question.
okay.
I'm saying my prayers to God. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm meditating. And that's why I'm glad that you are
Oh, Jesus. Yes, I can hear you, but somebody talking. I'm gonna put you on mute. Go ahead, Brian.
your camera on, Hershey. Your camera on.
Oh, don't do that,
Go ahead,
Brian.
Hershey's.
Oh,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Hershey's. Now Hershey's phone been messing up. Go ahead, Hershey. I'm on mute.
Okay, Hershey, go ahead. What you got to say, Hershey?
I just don't understand that about Demons out. Demons out for you to always be involved and motherfucking Brian shit. Mind your motherfucking business. Excuse my language, Jay Wilson.
I refuse.
I get sick
Well,
of
he mind his business.
I
I
get sick
mind
of
mine.
tired
When
of
he leave me
hearing.
out of it, I
I get
mind
sick of
mine. When he
tired of
leave me
hearing.
out of it, it's none of your business, Hershey. It's none
Of
of your
hearing
business
it.
either. It's
Let
none
it
of your
stay
business.
on.
He be over there putting me in the business. It's none of
I
your business
don't
either.
know. I don't believe it.
Okay,
He be
Hershey.
putting me in his
But
videos. It's
Hershey,
not a lie. Why would
Hershey,
I lie?
hold on for a
Jay
minute, Demon.
Wilson.
Oh, Hershey, you sound like you being real messy though,
Girl,
because
yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
again,
being
being messy.
messy.
you sound like you're being
I'm not
messy
being
because
messy.
again, because
Oh, see,
now
let, girl, let,
I
let
will
me
say,
say
I
what
will
I
say,
said,
hold on, I will
but
say that people,
I
girl, I will
understand
say that Hershey, I will say that people do delete videos, and sometimes they be downright like, oh really?
I do not
So,
delete no videos. I mean,
You a
well,
motherfucking lie. I
hold on,
can't believe you sitting
Brian,
here lying
hold
like
on,
that.
hold on, you don't delete,
I do not delete no videos when I'm
hold on.
done. Okay, I take my shit off. Okay, what is deleting video? Ma'am, go
So,
ahead,
so, so
ma'am.
you
That's the
put,
same thing.
so you put your videos on private.
I do what I want to do. Let's just call it like that. Okay,
Okay,
because you're
well,
trying to make it seem like something.
no, I'm
Uh,
not. But
It is.
if you say you don't delete your videos or put it on private, that's
I
not
don't.
true. But to put it on private, I can get that. But to delete, to say that you don't do it, I mean, it's your prerogative if you do or not. But
Thank you.
I'm saying to Brian though, because I'm really focused on Brian Hershey.
know what I
Girl, you
got
better
to
start
say.
muting your stuff because I don't know who you talking to, and it's irritating the hell out of me.
And
So
all I'm saying is to TMO, how could you tell me what I went through? Hershey has an absolutely great point. How can you wasn't on the phone? You don't
I didn't
know.
tell you anything.
You just said in the audience that I asked. I don't why would I ask for something like that? And
Oh
I'm
my
trying to
God. Because
work.
y'all told us the story over and
No,
over
it ain't
again.
no y'all nothing. How
Yes,
you gonna
y'all
tell me
did.
I
Oh
act?
my God.
First of all, let's talk
now,
one at a time.
Brian, hold on,
No, no, no,
y'all
no, no.
bring your voices down. Cause
Okay.
see, y'all escalating, and we're trying
Well,
to
let me just tell
de-escalate.
you. Let me tell
Okay.
you.
Oh,
So
I'm not
we
saying you can't talk, but I'm just saying de-escalate because then it rages up, and then next thing you know, you cussing
Mm,
out somebody like we just had a
she
couple of minutes ago.
lying. She
Okay.
lying. I ain't never said that I asked for him to tell me two dudes couldn't fit their penis in his ass. I never asked for that. And use a goddamn lie.
What I said, you was
He
engaging in the conversation. But it doesn't matter now, you're
okay,
sitting
because
up
we was
there.
on the
You not
phone.
finna sit up here and be lying and acting
Mhm.
like you don't be bringing me y'all shit. Every time you come in row, you come at me and you then get in the video, get gone. Whether you delete it, whether it go to private, it's not up there. So if that's the case, where all the videos that you did around your sister passing, the same places where you mentioned me, those videos are too.
Well, you know what, TMO?
And
Okay.
me and you had a conversation about the videos, Brian.
TMO, release yourself, love.
I am released. I'm not mad at
Release
all. I
yourself.
think
No,
it's
no, no, no,
hilarious.
no, 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 no. Release yourself. I am releasing myself of you, and I'm
I
releasing
was never
myself of
attached to you
Ro.
to have to release
Listen to what
myself.
I'm asking you, love.
I never was
I
attached to
am
have to release
releasing myself
myself.
from you. God damn it.
Okay. It's
You
not needed for me.
wench. You motherfucking wench.
Hey,
And
hey,
I'm
hey, hey, hey. So
and
look, Brian. Hold on. Let me say something though. I don't even want to talk about the Miss O right now, and
Thank
I
you.
understand that it's heated and volatile, but I do want to get to something because sometimes we get to the point where we're so heated and reactive that we don't really do things that's at hand. I don't care if people drag me. Shit. I just want my money. I don't care. And when I tell y'all I don't have a man. According to these people, I don't have no man. I don't have no house. My house is basic. Girl, it's everything. The church done kicked me out. Boy, I'm really shooting bad this month. But let me say this though, in reality, in all sincerity and seriousness to Brian,
mm,
you, you, what you went through is traumatic. And it's just like having a concussion and then say, well, you know what? I'm going to eat right and I'm going to exercise, but you never get checked to see if it's done damage. And I understand that you pray to God and that's great. And I'm not
yeah.
saying not to do that, continue to do that. But
Mhm.
sometimes we need to talk things through and get a perspective and do some things. And it doesn't make you any less of a person. But Brian, you've gone through a whole lot of deaths. You've gone through a whole lot of life changes. You dealing with this stuff on YouTube. You have a new job. And my thing is, obviously you were talking to Ro about some things that were personal and private. And my thing is go to a therapist. Your insurance probably takes care of it. And my thing is do one session and see if it works for you because people are reluctant. But then when you get a different viewpoint of what or and you talk things out, it helps you to slow it down. It helps you to think long term and put things in perspective.
Mm.
So, with all of this fussing and fighting and all of that stuff, I get it. And we can do that. We really can do that. And let me say this, I don't judge you because you didn't go to your sister's funeral, but the reason you gave, I can understand. I can
But
understand.
but
No. What I'm saying is I'm
who
agreeing
are
with
you
you.
to judge
I'm
me if
not.
I
Hold
didn't
on, hold
go?
on. Let me say this. I'm not
No.
judging you. Listen, Brian, because it seems like you're defensive. I'm not saying that you were right or wrong. I am saying that I understand. You said that it was traumatic in the situation, what you had to deal with, and the last time you saw her, it was tragic. So you didn't want to relive that again, and then you didn't want the extra drama with your family, and I understand that. So I'm not judging you. I understand what you're saying. But you said, out of these are your words, and I quote you, it fucked you up. And so my thing
I
is,
mean, finding your sister,
well, I get it. You don't have to, you don't have to,
unalive.
I understand. But my
I
thing is
mean,
this,
who
Brian.
wouldn't? You got to
But
be normal. And then
this
you
is the
got
thing.
mad at me for grieving how I
But
chose to
Brian,
grieve.
no,
Wait,
I'm not mad.
let me
Look,
talk and let me
hold on,
finish
Brian,
my.
because
Oh
look, hold on.
man. Okay, go ahead.
No,
Go
listen,
ahead.
you said
Go ahead.
something and no, listen, choose your words carefully.
I'm
I'm
not.
trying to choose my words carefully today. I did not accuse you of anything.
Yes, you did.
No,
And if you
let
would have
me
let me finish, you would have known clearly what I was talking about. Am I
go
allowed to
ahead, Brian,
finish?
because I go ahead,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay. So you accused me. You said I threw my sister under the bus, but
Mm-hmm,
I was angry at her because we had plans to go on a cruise this summer. We had plans to do a lot of things
mm-hmm,
as a whole family,
mm-hmm.
and I told her about taking that type of stuff and just being like that. I told her, and I used to fuss at her all the time. So my only natural reaction was to just be angry at her. You know what I'm saying? Because that was fucked up. So for people to judge people in their time of grieving, I people don't owe me shit. All I could do is be the best person that I am, meaning truly fucked up and all, truly who I am, and not give a fuck of what 1,000 people, 1,000,000 got to say, because ain't none of them gonna come and
But
touch
it's
me.
not. But Brian, it's not about. Listen, though.
Yeah, it is.
Listen
People
where
can
you go. Look,
talk.
but hold on, no, now hold on. Listen where you're going, though.
Let
You're
them talk.
spiraling down. Let me say this to you. I didn't think how you grieved was atrocious. I think how you did it in public was distasteful
You added
because
to the
it was
hurt
no, it
and
was
the
this,
pain.
but it was distasteful. It was distasteful because
Distasteful.
it was. Brian, that's your family. You all had plans.
Uh,
You had all of this stuff going on. And I understand you was upset
I
with
don't think you
her.
know what you're talking about
No,
because
no. But
that
Brian.
distasteful.
It was. You
What was
pretty much,
distasteful? Me coming and venting on my channel was
but
distasteful,
Brian, okay, see,
and
this is
being
the
open
thing.
and
This is
honest.
the thing. Go vent to a therapist.
No, no. And why
Okay.
do you got to always tell
So
somebody that?
this is the
And
thing.
why
This
do
is
you
the
get
thing.
to? Why do you get to tell people that all the time? Why can't people
Because
come on their channel all the time and
we
talk?
as black people don't seek it. Obviously, you still angry about it, and it's really bothering you. I
I'm
mean,
not
I didn't
angry
even know
about
this.
shit. I'm
Okay,
not angry.
okay.
I'm not
Well,
angry
why
about a
the
doggone
expletives?
thing.
Did I curse at you this
Well,
morning?
excuse me.
Why
You're
you
right.
cursing?
You're
You
right. I'm
know,
sorry about that.
but let me say this: you can be
Hmm.
angry, and I'm not mad
Hmm.
at you, but you can't tell people how to think or what to say.
And
And
you
of
as
course,
well.
you can lash out at them. But let me say this: when my cousin passed away, I didn't tell y'all the intricacies in and out and all of that stuff. I didn't because I didn't need to
Right.
overshare. Now you did a nasty
But
video.
you
You
are a
took it
different
off.
person than me.
It is what it is.
You are a Aries. You are a whole different type of person than I am. So you can't compare what you would do versus what I would do versus say what somebody else would do. You
Mm,
experience
I know,
and
Brian,
go
but
through.
but
I'm just
but did
saying.
your
I
did your
mean,
sister did your sister really deserve the berating in front of
I
the people?
I cussed her out. Yeah, and you know what? You know what? Because I'm upset with her. She wasn't living right, and she did that, and she don't know how many people my nephew had to find her like that and shit
So
like
have you
that.
ever been drug
So
addicted? Have you ever been drug addicted? Have you ever had substance
drug
abuse problems?
addicted.
Well, you said that she was taking stuff. I mean, was that it? I mean, I'm
Pa-
just. I mean,
Pastor, Pastor, you just had to know what type of person she was too. She did some things too as well, and she just wasn't like we all ain't living right. And I can't judge her far as that. I guess I'm just angry that she went like that. Maybe that's what it is, and maybe hurt. Anger is maybe a way that I'm gonna get over that. Just being angry, and maybe that's my form of grieving. I don't know,
I don't
but.
know, but Brian, talk to a
Mhm.
therapist, and
No,
it's
I'm all
not
right.
it's not no,
Yeah.
we do that, but we bottle this stuff up, and then it sees out in some other form, or we lash out in some other form, some other way.
Mm,
As the chaplain, I had this lady, and it was really interesting. And see, I don't have a problem with people grieving. Her husband hadn't done drugs for 16 years, and he told her he was going to work, and he wound up dying. And of course, I couldn't tell her because it's not my place. The doctors have to do that, but I know he was gone. And I
mm,
saw her and her family sitting there. And let me tell you something. When the doctor told her why he died, she went off. Now this is a corpse sitting here laying on the table now because he's gone. The doctors tried to stop. I'm like, no, 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 no. I shooed the doctors out. I gave her her privacy. And she said, how could you? She said, we had plans. She said,
mm,
after 16 years, I went through all of this with you and got you. And then you're going to lie to me. I mean, she cursed him out. How am I going to take care? I mean, she's talking to that corpse.
mm.
She got through it, and she went and got some therapy. She was angry. But my thing is, again, that wasn't for the doctor's ears. It wasn't for anybody. That was between her and her corpse at that particular point, or her deceased husband.
Mm.
I even asked, I said, do you
Whew.
want me to leave? She said, no, I don't want you to leave. She said, I don't want you to leave. I need, and I mean, she was trembling. She was shaking. She was pissed the hell off. She
Mm.
was angry. She didn't cry until she cursed him out. She
I
cursed
don't.
that corpse out. But the thing is, Brian, I gave her her dignity because the doctors didn't need to hear. They knew why he died, but they didn't need to hear all of that other stuff. And I even gave her her space. So if she needed to talk, and she allowed me to stay there. So all I'm saying to you is, it's almost like, I don't know your situation with your sister. Like I said, I don't know what she was going through, but it made you angry. And my thing
Oh
is,
yeah.
I'm telling you as a YouTuber, not, and I'm like I said, I'm not your father. But again,
You
I'm
ain't
not
my
going.
daddy.
Right. But I'm trying to say this. I'm not trying to tell you anything wrong. When it comes
Yeah.
to stuff like this, I'm really concerned about people's mental health, their stability, because trauma can take you out. Everybody is 3 steps from being mentally ill. Trust me, I worked in a mental ill health facility, and
Me
those were
too.
some brilliant people. But everybody 2 steps from it. But all I'm saying to you is, you know, I'm trying to say, Brian, clear the room, let everybody get out, and you had that conversation with your sister and with other, because again, these people are
I
going
had
to
it
use that.
already,
Okay,
Pastor. I
okay,
had it already. My next focus is to just carry on,
okay.
upgrade
But let me say this
everything.
though. Now
Mhm.
that I know, and like I said, it was never any of my business because I didn't even know you didn't go to the funeral, or did. I didn't know until the people told me today. That's how much I'm so focused. I mean, until today.
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
said this is why I didn't go. And I
yeah.
mean, that's reasonable. You don't want to relive it. You don't want the family drama. I get it. I get it. And that's what you got to do. And sometimes you got to remove yourself from people, even family, if it's
Yeah.
causing you some
I
pain
blocked
or traumatic stress.
I blocked pretty much everybody except for my older brother. Uh yeah, everybody's blocked. Like I just don't
But this
wanna
is the thing, Brian. At some point
I'm
in
protecting
time,
my I'm protecting my
you protect your
peace.
peace, but then
Yeah.
after you protect your peace, you set boundaries. And you got to
Nah,
set boundaries. You got to
nah,
set boundaries. You know,
nah. What that girl said, it was this one girl said, I got a new life and you will hardly recognize me. I'm so man, please.
well, okay. That's
I'm
what
just
you
not
do.
interested. I'm just not interested, you know. And
Okay. Well,
sometimes it's
I
okay
mean,
to
but
get
my thing
people
is
out of
this,
your
Brian.
life.
Y'all,
It's okay.
please
Mhm,
go. And this is for everybody. This is for
mhm,
everyone. Y'all go talk to a therapist who is compliant to HIPAA because you
mhm.
know there are no friends on YouTube,
And
but
you could do it. You could do
even in your
teletherapy
real
too.
life, even in your real life, people
Oh,
will still do
Pastor.
that.
Oh my God. What it say, Pastor? You ever heard of this thing called daily pay? It say your daily pay balance just went up. You know what I'm saying? I say, oh, you see now that I look for the joys of life like that, things that make me
Okay,
smile,
I'm just
smile like
saying, but
that.
Brian, let me say this. Go.
Ro, Ro is not gonna. Ro done already betrayed me. I'm ready to move on. I wish I would have never met him ever in life. I
Well,
wish
you
I would have
did.
never
You
met.
did.
No,
Now navigate through it though. You
can I
did.
get
Now navigate through it.
hypnotized? I want to get
Well, this is the
hypnotized
thing,
to
Brian.
erase him
Let me say
from
this. It
my
seems like you
memory.
like lawsuits. So if
I
somebody
don't.
who it seems like if somebody is HIPAA compliant, you have a case. If they spill your tea, you got a legal case against them.
Wait, why you say it seemed like you must have looked me up? Okay, now tell me who else I
I didn't,
sued.
Brian. I didn't,
Who
but
else I sued? You'll be
I did. I
surprised.
mean,
Big,
you
big
was
old
talking about,
entity.
but Brian,
Mhm.
but everything that I've gathered, you said on your platform already. You said on
Uh,
your platform already. So
you
you was
you
telling the
called me
people
an
y'all better do the
ambulance.
list.
You called me an ambulance chase, and I'm waiting on some money from AT&T right now, seventy
Yeah,
five hundred
see, I
dollars.
remember you were
So
talking about AT&T and T, and you were telling
I'm
everybody to get on
waiting on
board.
that.
So my
Yeah,
thing is this:
Ladonna.
if you get a
Yeah.
good therapist, you can tell him or her anything
No,
you
I
want
talked to
to
Jehovah.
without, and that's good
Jehovah
too.
washed my clothes, Pastor. But listen, Pastor, I want you to have a blessed
All
day.
right.
God, listen,
Mm-hmm.
listen.
Brian is not interested in therapy. He's interested in lining up his next ambulance. Oh Jesus.
Whatever you say.
Mm.
Aruba,
But Brian,
Jamaica,
I
bitch.
challenge you to try it. I challenge you to try one
Well,
session, and I
listen,
think it will change your life. And I'm not telling you because I
listen.
think I'm telling you because I think it's useful. I
Listen,
think it's useful.
I like this type of person of you today. Unbiased, open-minded, willing to listen and understand. I like this. But I challenge you to be more like this every day since we're challenging people.
Well, since you didn't give
So
me any
you
no
know,
hand backhand shade, then we can do this
I'm not throwing no shade. I'm just
you are.
telling you how I
Yeah,
feel.
but
And what's
exactly.
shady about
So
that?
my thing is, if you continue to come up here like this, then we can continue to have these types of conversation. It works two ways. It does.
Well, I come up here, but listen, okay, you're right. I'm just gonna leave it right there. You're
Yeah,
absolutely right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, God
I
bless
haven't
you.
said anything about you. Notice that I've kept my mouth shut
Listen
about
to what I'm
you for the
trying to
most
tell
part.
you. It's
Go
your
ahead.
mouth. You can say whatever you feel like you want to say.
Okay.
That is your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm serious about the unbiased. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
take this conversation today. I just got off of work. Them people done paid me already, baby. That thing say 200 and something. I'm gonna put it right in my savings and get ready for my 12-hour shift again tonight. Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna shut my mouth up. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
forget about the negativity. People like Ro tried to hurt me, and TMO come like his cheerleader. you
But
know,
Brian, you see how you
I'm
rehashing and
just
reliving
saying,
that
like,
again?
why is it fair? But I'm willing to let it go. I
And you
had
know
to
what?
get it
It's
out.
not fair, but my thing is this, Brian. You
I
know, sometimes we expect people to give us what they don't have.
You're right. You're right. Okay. Well, God bless you. I'm gonna take
Okay.
all this knowledge in today, and I'm gonna
Okay.
just soak it up like the sun. Okay, and I'm gonna just,
Okay.
propel on it. God bless you, and have a
All
great
right.
day.
You too. All right. Well, that was Brian, you all. And I'm just glad. I mean, y'all, let me say this. I didn't know why he didn't go, but sometimes it's the why that's important. And sometimes you need to say, well, maybe this was happening. And this is reasonable why he didn't go. And I understand that, but I do think that, your family matters and your personal matters becomes content and fodder when you put it on YouTube, and you're going to be open up for judgment whether you think it's fair or not, because YouTube, and the reason why I asked was his sister or anyone else Jehovah Witness, because if she wasn't, he might have not been able to go to the funeral. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I have a cousin, and she's devoutly JW, and my mom passed away, and I was very surprised to see her at that church, because a lot of JWs, even if in death, they ain't coming to nobody's service unless the other person is JW. So, I gave her props for that, because a lot of times it's religious. I do have a question for Brian, though, and I ain't being messy. But what do you think about JW is now allowing people to do blood transfusions? Because that's been stirring up the church a lot. Because they, at some point in time, they didn't do blood transfusions, but now they're allowing people to do that. And I want to know Brian's thoughts on that. Brian, if you hear me, you don't have to click the link. Maybe you can just go on your platform and talk about that. But yeah, yeah. So, but getting back to what I'm saying is, I thought it might have been religious, because again, you know, she's devoutly Jehovah Witness, but she's deceased now. But her daughter, my cousin, is extremely JW, and I never forget. She stayed at my house, but she was concerned about Mark. And I'm like, for now, Mark has his home. I have my home. He works on one side of town. I work on another side of town. But I said, you're good. But if he ever moves here, then you'll have to find a hotel. Because yeah, but I respect that. I wasn't upset with her. She's a loving person. But I'm just like, look, you staying at my house free, girl. You ain't paying no light, no water, girl. I'm like, but you want to next time. But I'm very clear. What's up, Brian?
Well, to answer your question, I remember this the last time I was in a hospital. They said that I needed a blood transfusion, and I wasn't
Mhm.
messing with it. Even though I'm not baptized, I wasn't messing with it, because So I've never
But
heard of.
the JWs have changed their stance on that now, and now they are allowing people to do that. And a lot of people, they've done a lot of changes that have really jolted some people, but that was one of them. And the reason why I got that, because I still may do chaplaincy. I'm not confirming or denying it, but I would talk to JWs, about that. And then if they did not want a Christian chaplain, we had a lot of you know uh, elders that would come to the hospital
Mm,
for them, because we never forced ourselves on people who didn't believe like we did. So, and that's not the chaplain's job to do that. But yeah, and they used to have this other um, substitute for Jehovah Witnesses if they didn't do a blood transfusion. But that's big for some of the hospitals. So not only is it a joke to some of the JWs, but also some of the medical facilities now, because they have changed their stance on that. But I mean, I'm just
yeah.
saying, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to do my own research about that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do my research about that. But hey, if that's a blessing, then maybe, it's a blessing. I don't know the ins and outs of it to even have a comment on it, but God bless it.
Okay.
And if that is true, then that's true then. And when the next time you go into a Bible study, or a meeting, a circuit overseer meeting. When you going? When the
You
next
know
time?
what, bro? You know, and let me say this. I don't go to Kingdom Hall. I mean, I don't go to because I don't go to, and I know you think that this is funny. You probably get a chuckle out of it, but I don't go to fight about religion. I
I'm
mean,
not
everybody
fighting
has,
about nothing.
yeah,
I'm just
everybody has their
asking.
belief, but then, you know, there, and I find out not only with Jehovah Witnesses, but even our mainline Christian denominations, people don't like hard questions, and you become like something else because you, I guess, threaten people's beliefs or challenge that. And
Well,
so I just
let
don't.
me tell
But see,
you.
let me tell you what happened. People will usually come to me and say something crazy, and then I'm like, well, I don't necessarily
Well,
believe that.
listen, I'm
Hmm.
about to say something crazy to you right now.
Hmm.
All roads lead back to Jehovah, and that's plain and simple. So, all roads lead back to Jehovah. He's the one true Almighty God. And on top of that, you know, I don't know. But and I wanted to tell you, you gave a lot of advice to me and Ro. Can I? Well, never mind. I'm gonna leave
No,
on a
no,
good
go
note.
ahead. Because
I'm gonna leave
again,
on
I'm
a
not
good note.
fighting.
I don't want to get
I'm not
screamed at.
fighting. I'm not
Okay.
screaming. I'm not fighting. I'm chill. I mean, I really am chill.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I was watching Nest the other day, and
Hmm.
y'all have a volatile relationship.
No, we don't. I don't have a relationship. So you can't have anything volatile that you don't have.
That was volatile the way y'all talk to each other. Y'all talk to each other. And then she said that
Wait a
God is
minute.
going
How
to
did we
get.
talk to each other? Because I haven't spoken to
Look how
Ness.
you getting mad. You see, all I'm doing is talking.
No,
I
no, no, no,
asked you, can I
no, no, no,
express
no, no,
myself?
Brian. No. I
Look, you
said,
see what I'm saying? Look, I'm
no,
scared
Brian,
now.
listen, no, listen. Stop trying to set that up like
I'm
that. I
telling
just
you, I'm
told you
scared.
I
Okay, go
have
ahead.
not talked to Ness. So how can we have a volatile conversation and we haven't spoken to each other?
I'm saying with y'all videos to each other. She said that God is gonna get you. God is gonna punish you.
Hmm.
She is wishing. I don't know. And then it sounds like y'all are hurt at each other. I don't
I'm
know.
not. Let me say this. The only
I can
reason
deal
why I
with
came,
that.
no, the only reason why I came on because Ness took a situation that had nothing to do with me, but another member, and tried to attach me to that. And that's bearing false witness. And so I had to clear that up.
And
But
I never said she was gonna kiss your ring. I don't know where you get that from,
that was it. Brian, you did because
but
you really tried to
I swear to God,
say
I
that.
didn't.
Brian, I heard it with my ears, and you were really
I don't
saying that.
remember. I do
But
not
my
remember
thing is
saying
this:
that.
I wasn't trying to fight against her. I was just saying that now, dude, you need to stop that because it ain't that serious. And you don't remember, that's fine, no problem at all. But I don't have anything against Ness, and I don't use God as a weapon. I don't use God as a battering ram against people. And I just wish Ness the best in her walk. When you're a baby Christian, you on the milk, and one day she's gonna get to that meat and get some protein, and that's what I pray for her. And
But Jay
everybody has a
Wilson,
journey.
how can you say that when you said the other day that you was talking bad about her brother adopting her child and you was really going in. So how
No,
can you
I
say
was
that
going in because let me say this though. Notice though, let me say this though. I don't talk about how she looks. I didn't question her salvation, but but my question was valid. You're saying to me that I was kicked out of a church. So I'm saying to her, we'll go and get the paperwork that I was kicked out. Find the paper. Because, churches have things for legal reasons and stuff. And if I, was fired, especially being a keyboardist, then by HR standards, they got to record that. But what I was saying was, so just like you said that, if I would go to the adoption agency, would I find your brother's name on the paper for your son? And I don't think I think that's realistic. And
dang,
so it is what it is. It's not comfortable, but it's true. And you can be mad at me if you want to, but I think people's priorities are in the wrong place. You're so focused on my salvation where you need to be focused on what really counts is your child. Now, notice I haven't said anything else about her because I don't watch her. And, I told the ushers on site, go ahead and block her if you see her,
Yeah,
because
she
I'm like
said
you. I'm like
she.
you. I'm
Let me
like you.
interrupt her.
When it, hold on, I'm not done. I'm like you. If it's toxic, then move on. But what I find funny about Ness is the lady that she didn't like at Praise Hallelujah, she's becoming that lady. She's becoming Miss Jelly Jar manager over there, just like that lady. And it's funny that the people we hate we usually emulate or become like. So I don't have anything against her at all. I wish her the best, but I just don't engage in that because my salvation is my walk. And like I said, she don't have any redeeming salvation power. She didn't take any, beatings for me. She didn't get resurrected. So I mean, that's the one as a Christian in context. That's who I'm focused on. But last thing, and I'll let you speak. Our righteousness is like filthy rags to God. The only thing that makes you righteous is the blood of Jesus. That's it. That's it. That is all. I don't care. You can go to church 50 times a day, know 99 scriptures and all the works. Now, it's good to know scripture because in context, because it's really important. But the blood makes you righteous, not your righteousness. And had not Jesus, and that's me in the Christian context, Yeshua in the correct terms, uh, died and became to the ultimate sacrifice, then we would all be in trouble. According to the Christian context, we would all be in trouble. So no one really has any levity or gravity or superiority because it's the blood. We all big hunk of dirt that God blew into, but some people took their talents and used them wisely, and other people buried them in the ground. And that's all about decisions and choices. All right, go ahead.
Well, I just want to tell you that she was really concerned about that blocking situation. And I'm just being messy right now, telling you what she says. Since you don't watch her,
I don't.
she said that she don't hit people's links and stuff like that anyway. So she don't care about you blocking her. She don't,
Okay. All
and she
right. Well,
said
so
that,
we're in
yeah,
agreements. We're in
yeah.
agreements. And let me say this.
Okay. Well,
Ness
you
is
have a good
cool.
day.
Ness is cool. So yeah, you have a good day. She
All
cool.
right, bye bye.
I ain't mad at her. All right. Let me say this. I'm not mad at her. And it's funny because Brian was trying to frame that. Look at you, you get mad. No, 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 no. I'm telling you why. But again, when I see something that's toxic and something that's kind of destructive, I move on. And that's all I'm saying. And no, I did not know what she said because I ain't go over there and watch. And yeah, but I wish her the best on her walk with Christ. You can't banish nobody to hell. You don't have that power. You don't have no power to do that. So and I just look at people and that's good. I still wish her the best on her walk, and I'm not upset with her, but it was toxic. And when you're trying to get a situation that happened 2 months after, I made my decision to go somewhere else, not because the people, and let me say this too. Let me say this, and I want to be very clear. The people at Metropolitan Community Church are fantastic. They are loving people. They are a church that's in the community. They have a food pantry that is so good that the county sends people over there to get trained. The children in that church are brilliant and they are doing well in school. And because it is an affirming church, the kids are watched like hawks because, we care for the kids. So that church has been great. The pastor is a lovely lady. We don't have any malice towards each other. And the people there are really, really good people. And they accept everyone. Everyone is welcome. And I love that because everyone is welcome. However, I was only there for a limited time. I am friends with someone at church, and she's been a blessing to me, and I was there. So I was only there for a short period of time. And so when it was time to go, it was just time to go. Nothing personal, nothing because we had an argument, none of that. So when you try to take something like that, that's how I departed. It was my decision. No one forced me to leave. It was my decision. Then you go on a Facebook page and find something that was like maybe 2 months after I had departed and try to make it me. No names on it, no nothing, no research, just reckless. Then we have a problem. And that's what we had. Because I'm like, that's bearing false witness. And I'm like, wow, you would stoop to that level. And this is the thing. I can understand you like being not saved and doing certain things. But to try to put that in and present it as truth. And so I said, nope, it's time to go ahead and block because again, this person is something else. And let me say this, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I was very excited about her walk. I'm still excited about her walk. I think her testimony was very compelling. And I will not stop saying this. Somebody might have been helped because of that testimony. Somebody might have been helped because of that testimony. So I'm not going to cap that down and downplay that because somebody might have really been helped because of her testimony. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. And so, but I did say this, I would support her as long as this. I was mixed on it. I'm like, well, maybe she is. So I'm going to go with it. I'm always going to give people the benefit of the doubt until there's doubt. And when she did what she did, there was doubt. Now, then you got people who don't like Ness, who want to pile on. We told you, no. You didn't like her in the first place. And unfortunately, that's what happens now. So you got those people who now are even more emblazoned to talk about her because of this situation. But I would do it the same all again. Now, I'm not going to do it again, but I would do the same because, again, it seemed like it came from a sincere place. And then to say that I'm trying to start mess with her and the other person, no. Now, like I said, Brian don't remember it, but I remember it. And I'm like, she's not bowing down and we're not comfy, cozy friends. And, it was almost like, now they good and chummy and all of this. No, I support people in their walk with Christ. And that was all that it was about. I wasn't calling her. I wasn't emailing her. I wasn't doing none of that. But while online, I was supporting her. And again, y'all couldn't say I was not supporting until I couldn't support anymore. And that's when I stepped back because I'm like, this ain't healthy. And I see we're reverting back to some things. And now we're using Jesus. Now Jesus is becoming a weapon. Now Jesus is doing this and now Jesus is, and I'm like, And, Brian, I mean, we're still cordial. But what you even did to bring that to my attention about Ness, that was even messy. And see, these are the things that I was saying that you got to be careful of because people will pull you into stuff. That's all I was saying. And what you did this morning, just a few minutes ago, is a good, solid indication of what I was saying to her. not for her to attack you. And first of all, I wouldn't. Can I say this? I wasn't talking to Ness. The conversation wasn't even geared to Ness. It was geared to Brian. It was geared to Brian. So, but that's all I have. I wish her well. And, you know, it is what it is. So now, ushers, though, I will say, though, if you all see any, just block her. And it's not because I'm trying to be mean. You know, you just only have a couple of times with me. And again, when I give you, and let me say this, people can never say Jay Wilson don't give people chances. Jay Wilson give people chances over and over and over and over again. But when it's done, it's done. And note to all the trolls that will probably give Ness $1 to come over here and listen. I said nothing derogatory about her. I just spoke the situation. And I know how people are. But like I told Brian, me and Ness don't have no beef. And then he talking about the conversations. No, we never sat on the panel and talked. And after I said what I said about the Facebook situation, I was done. I was done. And so I didn't say anything until he brought it up. But again, he had to be corrected because I think he took some things out of context. But look, you all, it was real. It was very interesting today. I want to thank Brian for coming up. I want to thank the Miss O for coming up, Hershey for coming up. It was very interesting today. And I want to thank the ushers. I see Sabrina. I want to thank all the ushers, Sabrina, Simply Pink and Green, Dr. LaShawna Ruth Brown. Reasoning is key. It was good to see her last night. Vivian Jennings, it was good to see her. Make sure you get your No Friends on YouTube t-shirt, $25. Yes, picturelady@gmail.com. And we are doing the Labor Day, so make sure you get with her as well. And it's going to be an intimate Labor Day. I don't think it's going to be big. Thank God, but there are some people who are coming who I'm excited about. So make sure you do that. I want to thank Ron P. Haven't seen him in a while, but want to thank him. Game Tight. I have not seen Game Tight in ages. If somebody know how to get in contact with him, tell him to hit me up by email. Sabrina 757. That's my girl. 757. She's always in here. That's my Virginia sister. Love her down. Uncle Claude, even though Uncle Claude is going through all of this foolishness and stuff. Okay. Even though he's going through with all of this foolishness, he's still an usher over here. Appreciate him. And so I think, MB, I want to give a shout out to MB. She's still in the land of the living. She's handling issues with family, but I want to give a shout out to MB. That's my girl. So I thank all of the ushers, Ebony, Shawnee, XOXO, and Victoria. Thank you all for being ushers. So, Ro, if you're there, please come up. Ro, I did drop the link for you to Ro. And I want to say, Ro, don't go dark. Ro, if you stand in your truth, stand in your truth, Ro. But you don't have to go dark with people. You know, stand in your truth. Stand in your truth, Ro. But you don't have to get ugly and vicious and stuff. Because I do think people get a kick out of that. You know? So yeah, but I don't know if Ro is in. Ro, if you're in, I'm holding this for you. So click the link. I'm here. If Honest Ro is in. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep the banner up, baby. I know they trying to take channels down, honey. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Well, I guess that wasn't Ro. I guess Ro didn't want to come up, but anyway, Ro, you're always welcome again to come up and say what you wanted to say. I heard a lot of Ro's commentary, And yeah, but now what I did want to ask Ro was more about his channel, and wanted to ask him, did he get struck? Because I think he's on his backup channel. And I just wanted to make sure. And so I think that's why I was asking Ro to come up. So yeah, okay, well, oh, I see Castro Cannon. Hey, Castro. And I did see Tommy Caldwell. Let me call out your name, Tommy, because I saw you here too. So wanted to give a shout out to those gentlemen. So shout out to Tommy, shout out to Castro. I hope you all are doing well and having a great day. And that's on the real tip. And notice you all, I don't have to yell at Brian, but if you don't throw me no low T shade, then I don't have nothing to catch. But baby, if you throw it, I got my catcher's mitt on, ready to go. And so we had a good conversation today because, yeah, of that. Now, Brian, you did not answer the question. If is your sister, was she Jehovah's Witness? And I don't know if you answered that or not, but it's neither here nor there now. But I was asking that question for a reason because I do know that some people who adhere to the Jehovah's Witnesses guidelines don't go to other people's funerals at other churches. So I was just bringing that out because I thought that may have been the case. So, okay, I guess. Well, Castro, I'm very calming when you come at me in a very calming manner. And I'm but just as calm as I can be volatile as well. So the ocean is calm until you get a shift of the moon, honey, and it gets very violent. So it can be very calm and provides peace and comfort and stuff, but then it can be very dangerous. So yeah, but I'm not. People came to me the right way. If you come to me the right way, then this is what you'll get for the most part. But when you try to be a little low T shady, we ain't playing them games. Okay, well look, y'all. I guess Honest Road is at work and he's doing his thing. So, but he's always welcome here. And y'all, I'm sorry about this. I'm looking at something. I'm doing something while I'm talking to you all. But you all have a good day intentionally. And I hope everything goes well for you. So y'all be blessed. Peace and love. Bye.